Hello everyone, GiftedSoul here, back for another Pickacard reading, and this is going to be love notes and guidance from your inner self. The decks I'm using will be listed in the description box below if you are interested in purchasing any of them. I have 3 piles as usual, 1, 2, and 3. Pick whichever you are guided to pick. If you need a little more time before I get started, just pause and return when you are ready to pick an option. Keep in mind that these are collective and are not going to resonate with everyone who crosses path with it. It's either not meant for you or could resonate at a later time. Let's go ahead and get started. I will see you guys in pile number 1. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 1. And again, this is love notes and guidance from your inner self. What your inner self wants to tell you. Basically, self-love messages. Self-love, self-care, whatever you would like to call it. Okay, so let's see here. We have inspiration. So for a lot of you, if not now, I feel like you're going to be inspired out of the blue. Spirit says to plan according to the inspirations that you get. I know some people get inspired, and what they do is they will hold back a lot of things within the inspiration that they had, and it doesn't come out to be completely like they want it to be because they left something out. So Spirit says go with your full inspiration. So the number here is 3. If it may make any sense to anybody, it may not. We have, there is no greater gift you can give or receive than to honor your calling. It is why you were born and how you become most truly alive. And this quote is from Oprah Winfrey. Yeah. So with these cards, it is kind of hard, especially from a distance where I'm looking at. It is kind of hard hard to make out certain words. So I promise you guys I can read, it's just this font. But anyway, so yeah, honoring your inspirations out completely. So it says honor your calling, but Spirit says your calling is not you doing it halfway. Spirit wants you to go in full. So let's see, we have, you know what dreamy look of deep soulful love you know that dreamy look of deep soulful love you've sometimes seen in the eyes of another as they gaze into your own. Expect a lot more of it. Woohoo, the universe. So I'm going to go ahead and say something because I'm noticing something. This card has blue in it, and this one also has a little bit of blue. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I may be also stumbling because a lot of you may need to do some work with your throat chakra. Not trying to blame it on you guys. It's definitely me too because of these different fonts. But for the most part, I'm being guided to say to you guys that this is a throat chakra problem for some of you. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be about you speaking or communicating. This again could be like when I said you're kind of halfway doing your inspirations. You're holding back. You're not giving out your full potential. Your inner self is wanting you to go in full, and when you're holding back inspiration or anything, it's kind of like the throat chakra. You're being blocked from communicating, 100%. So like I said, your inner self and spirit wants you to go in full. So let's see what this says. Hubba bubba. Looks like you're eye candy to someone or to maybe even a group of people. So I don't know why that just wants to pop up, but so Spirit is saying that you definitely are a beautiful person inside and out. I feel like you also inspire a lot of people. And okay, so there was some noise, so I had to pause really quickly, but I am back. If you see any jump cuts, it's likely to be because I'm being interrupted or there's something interfering with the video, like there's too much noise or, you know, things like that. That's the only reason I usually do jump cuts. But anyway, so yeah. Yeah, a lot of people just look at you and get inspired is what I'm saying. They just look at your, not just your physical look, but they look, your personality is very inspirational to people. And it's a part of your calling to help people come into their passion. We have more blue here, so yeah, I'm gonna say that that's meaning something. The great thing about feelings, deep, profound, earth-taking love is that you can start with anyone. Start where you are. So Spirit says even if you don't have any ideas or a full plan, Spirit says that there is something for you, just by starting with the little bit that you already have. And for some of you, you may feel like you have to do a certain passion in another location, or for some of you, you may even be moving. I don't know. But Spirit says it's okay. There's plenty of resources to start where you are. You just may not be looking in the right place. I do see inspiration coming to you to start finding the right place for either your goals or just general. Some of you may just be like moving or something. I don't really know, but that's the message. And this is also about, a lot of times in readings, for personal readings, it comes up for people that, hey, even if you, like if you want to write a song and you want to make a song, you do not have to have the fanciest guitar to get started. You have to start from somewhere. We're all starting from the bottom, basically. But it's progress. Okay, so we have more love notes here. So let's see. I'm going to look at, these are double-sided, and when I was shuffling them to keep from looking at the other side, obviously if I'm looking at this, I'm not going to see everything because it's not one or two words. It's just a whole paragraph. So I flipped them over on this side so I wouldn't look at the other side. When it feels like our world is spinning out of control, it's easy to get overwhelmed. This is a good time to begin a daily meditation practice. Your mind is the most open and receptive in the morning, which is why it's helpful to start your day with centering exercises. Cultivate stillness within and know that there is no rush. At the end of our days, we don't care about our to-do list, or we won't care about our to-do list. We'll wish we had loved more, lived more, and been at peace. Don't wait, slow down now. So this is about pacing yourself. It says slow down and do some meditation. Stand in stillness. Once you do that, you're going to get more ideas and more inspiration coming to you. So starting where you are for some of you is maybe sitting outside or sitting in a sacred space doing some meditation. And for some of you, that is how your new inspiration is going to come. Okay, so this one is communicate with integrity. You may need to level with someone. This person could even be you. Are you saying you're fine when you don't mean it? Are you swallowing your needs because you don't want to rock the boat? When we hide the truth, it eventually comes out in destructive ways. Act with integrity and say what's on your mind. While honesty may lead to short-term discomfort, your long-term peace and happiness are worth it. Okay, so remember how I said throat chakra. So this is coming back around that area. There isn't any blue around the back of this card. There may be in the front. We're going to see, but it already says communicate and speaking your truth and not holding back certain things. So I'm still gonna, this is still a chakra message, I feel, for some of you. So there is just a little bit of blue here. It's not a lot, but tell the truth. So it's not just speaking your truth, It's about, like like I said, when you have a full idea, you need them to kind of go with that full idea. Okay, so this is saying tell the truth. Basically speaking what it is that you feel with someone. If you're having a problem with someone, needing to set boundaries, or just in general feel like, and also if you are feeling a certain way, speak up and talk to somebody about it. Don't feel like you have to keep everything in. It's not very healthy to do that, actually. So find someone to talk to. It could be a therapist, a professional counselor, or a friend, family member, anyone that you feel like you can trust. Spirit says start with start where you are. So I do feel like this will be people within your circle or people that you know, that can help you. But yeah, so definitely throat chakra work. Okay, so our other card is, have you been using food to numb rather than nourish? Be honest if so. Break that pattern today. Show yourselves that you care by choosing healthy, wholesome foods made with love. Eat your veggies, make a green juice, and toast to your longevity. Cheers. Okay, so nourish yourself. So this is about self-care. It does say to eat better, to choose more healthy items, to drink maybe less soda or less carbonated beverages and all that good stuff that we feel like we have to have. Sometimes you kind of have to cut it out. But as far as this nourish yourself, it's not only about food. It's about nourishing yourself by sorting out your group of people. If somebody is too toxic, release them. If if you're eating something that's making you feel bad, cut it out. Eat more of things that are going to help you. And I feel like this is about eating more clean energy foods, so that when you meditate, you are able to hear yourself more clearly. Because sometimes the way we eat can affect our abilities and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to tell you something that I did. It wasn't for my abilities. It was just in general, for my health. It's just a lot of stuff that I did cut out. I don't drink sodas very often. I used to, but I cut that out. And once I cut that out, I was shedding weight. I felt like I became more energized. I still do drink sodas, don't get me wrong. I just do not drink them as much as I used to. And I've actually kind of gotten back into the habit. It's not necessarily a habit because I'm still drinking more water than anything. But yeah. And nourish yourself could also be about, it goes back to the slow down card here. Maybe you're not giving yourself enough time to grab something to eat during the day. That is a bad habit. I've done that as well too. So you don't want to do that, because that, number one, I cannot do a reading if I have not eaten, or if I feel hungry, I can't. I have to eat something. So definitely nourish yourself by taking some time for you to get something to eat. You're moving too fast throughout the day to maybe where you don't have enough time in the day to grab something. Put something in your stomach, guys. I don't want to get any news about any of you falling out or being in the hospital. So definitely do that. Kick up your cute heels and move your glorious body. Feel the music and let loose. Sweat your prayers and twirl to your intentions. Every cell in your body will rejoice. Exercise is as important to your well-being as healthy eating and processing your stress and emotions. You can shake a tail feather alone, with friends, or with a passionate partner. Dance your gorgeous heart out. So again, a need to nourish yourself by exercising, eating right. Yeah. Slowing down within this message here is saying take the time to have some fun and move. Slow down, have fun, maybe not being so serious 100% of the time. But yeah, I feel like that's the exercise message. It came right after the nourish yourself, so I'm definitely feeling like that's meaning to maybe do some exercising. Your entire Okay, so body messages. Maybe you guys are focused on this, or this is where you need to turn your focus to. Your inner self is really speaking up a lot about your body. Here for those of you who have picked pie one. Your entire body is precious, so choose personal care products that reflect your consciousness and commitment to self-love. Say no to toxins and yes to the healthiest ingredients possible. You deserve to look and feel great, and you are worth the effort. Be a natural beauty. Okay, so be a natural beauty. For some of you, this can literally be about makeup. Yes, makeup can make us look, you know, can enhance our looks, but Spirit says take a day off from completely dressing. I don't know the terms, guys, because I already don't wear makeup, so I tried it once, y'all, and it was irritating, and I'm gonna say that it's more money in my pocket. No, I was forced to wear makeup on my prom day. It's just not for me. But I mean, it is something. It's a beautiful thing, yes, but sometimes we cover up ourselves so much to the point where we forget what we look like, and we forget our own true personality. um and so I feel like you're gonna have also enough time in the day if you stop trying to impress a lot of people, because your natural beauty is enough. um and this isn't just about makeup, and it's not even necessarily about makeup for a lot of people. It's just a message of um, knowing that you look good as you are. Makeup or no makeup, you are good. You are, I don't know the words, but you are a wonderful person. And this is about being yourself. It's not necessarily about makeup. It's um, a message of, I feel like, being independent, and also embracing your individuality, and embracing your just your natural self. And this could be about attitudes as well, not feeling like you have to change your attitude to fit in with a group of people. Embrace your truth. Spark. So I feel like this goes back to inspiration. There's also a number 3 on this card, as well as 34 on this spark card here. And like I said, there's going to be some inspiration. For a lot of you, it's going to be out of the blue, and it's going to really help you on your career. And I definitely feel like your maybe something to do with your body. Something's gonna make you want to get up and do something. The same spark you give to other people, I feel like that inspiration that people get from you, something or somebody is going to inspire you. So we have child. So working with maybe your inner child. Sometimes this could be about releasing childhood trauma, or a need to maybe use your imagination with things, or this could be about a kid that you may already have. Could be nieces and nephews. Take it how it resonates. You care deeply about children, and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Okay, so yeah. I feel like for a lot of you, your inspiration is a kid. Whether it's a child that is unborn. Maybe you're pregnant, or maybe a child that you're going to have or conceive with in the future. Whatever the case is, um, I feel like this is going to be your inspiration for a lot of things. And for some of you, this body message, I don't know why, but this seems to have been happening in a lot of recent Pickacard readings where it's just wanting to talk about pregnancy. But for some of you, the body message could be referring to teaching you how to be more, to increase your chances of getting pregnant. So maybe that's what the body messages are for. Keep in mind, if you get a personal reading with me, I do not read on pregnancy for a lot of reasons, but in collective readings, it'll maybe come out. So keep that in mind. I may change that policy, but since I've been doing readings professionally, I do not do pregnancy readings. So quests. Be bold and mighty forces will aid you. Take action. Good luck favors the brave. So I feel like being brave enough to be yourself. And there's too many messages kind of speaking that out. Tell the truth, being yourself. This is being brave, being bold. Take action. I feel like with the ideas you already have and the ones that's coming up for you, being yourself. Not switching up just to, again, like I said, fit in with a crowd or something. But yeah. And our last card is, okay, danger. Let's see. Do not panic, guys. That can mean so many different things. I actually don't remember this card even being in this deck. I haven't used it in a while, y'all, so that's why. But let's see. I feel like this could just be about maybe how you are feeling rather than something. I don't feel like it's predictive, no. Let's see. I definitely do feel like this could be about making sure that you are kind of maybe protecting yourself. I feel like some of you may have been protecting yourself from certain truths. And in doing that, you're kind of not manifesting danger, but it's possible that you are making a way for people to manipulate you. So your inner self is wanting you to be more careful with people you trust, and also set some boundaries. You're not in danger, but I'm saying that be careful with people around you, meeting new people. And this could also be a collective message for everyone, whether you pick pile 2 or not, regarding possibly the pandemic. And no, I'm not diagnosing anybody with that, but what I am trying to say is that I feel like this is a fear. I don't even feel like you're in danger. This is just something you're thinking about, and it's coming out in this reading. But no, I don't see anything bad necessarily coming, and no, it's not. I'm not, trying to hide that or anything. But what I'm channeling is that maybe a need to be more logical with stuff. And this isn't like physical danger. This could even be like within your mind. Maybe your mindset is a little I feel like for some of you this is about a dark sense of humor. And it's funny, I was just talking about this before I sat down to do this video. But yeah. Oh yeah. And this could be about somebody that has a dark sense of humor, somebody that you don't need to take 100% seriously. I feel like that's a message for most of you. But yeah, do not be scared of this message, guys, because I know that this may have thrown a few people for a loop. But take it how it resonates, and you can even not even pay attention to it. I'm just going to say that. Okay, so that is for pile number 1. I thank you for stopping by and tuning in. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. And as a matter of fact, let me know about this message. How did you feel, and what do you think it was saying to you? Because you can look at this, and I know some people are going to get tensed up, but my advice to you is, when you're working with your intuition, instead of just looking at a word, it means so much more. This could even be about heartbreak, relationships. It doesn't mean necessarily somebody's gonna come and stab you or break into your house. So don't, jump to that conclusion. But anyway, guys, I wish you love and light and hope you're staying safe. I kind of choked on that just because this card is laying there. You're like, stay safe. Why is that there? But yeah, don't think. Just go beyond what you see on the card, because that's what I do. But anyway, guys, I thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 2. This is love notes and guidance from your inner self. It is collective, so it is not meant to resonate with everyone. New birth, guarded, vigilante. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's basically vigilance. Interesting. So something new is coming in, and there's going to be a fresh start with something. Or maybe even someone. The number of the card is 24. If it may mean anything, it may not, but it can. I have a lot of people that come to me and say, the numbers you mentioned on the card, I'm either that age, I have that many kids, or it's a significant number to something. It could be a birth date, anything. But new birth, guarded, vigilante, or vigilantly. Okay, that's what it is. Let's see. We have the limits of the possible can only be defined by going beyond them into the impossible. So I feel like there's going to be some rebirth coming to you. I feel like your energy is very guarded right now. I see a lot of you with some walls kind of built up here. The main message here right now is to not limit yourself. Keep your energy guarded, yes, but you don't want to keep it completely blocked off. And what I mean by guarded, I mean do not let do not leave leeway for energy vampires, basically. Meaning someone that is trying to drain you intentionally, or a situation that is draining you. Whatever it is, be kind of leveled with it. So we have send them love, wish them peace, send them happy. Everyone, always, forever. And prepare to be astounded the universe. P.S. Oh man, and will you ever become a big time manifester? Okay. So prepare to be astounded. So pretty much expect the unexpected. And we can only prepare so much for things. But I feel like for most of you, this is about expecting the unexpected. I feel like this is about preparing for a new beginning. And again, it says new birth. Um, prepare for a different outcome than you have imagined. I see this being a good thing for most of you. I just see a lot of laughter. I feel like something or somebody confessing something to you. Um, Interesting. Your inner self wants you to always expect the unexpected. Sure, you can always find prettier, handsomer, skinnier, wiser, richer, younger, zippier. But more often than not, one learns the most, laughs the loudest, and smiles the widest with those they've already found, especially when they stop looking elsewhere. Actually, zippier is on quite a few lists. Tally ho the universe. Okay, so your treasure is at hand. So pretty much whatever you're looking for, you've already found it, and you're not going to find it in anything or anyone else. So Spirit says is to kind of appreciate what is already within you. Even if this person or situation is not showing you that that they are that treasure, it's going to come out, and it's going to allow for you to have a, like I said, a restart, a new beginning with a situation, an opportunity, or a person. This could even be about you being somebody's treasure or the other way around. And some people, they don't, notice things yet, or they don't feel these things yet, but expect the unexpected. Somebody is going to surprise you. And I don't necessarily mean showing up at your doorstep with a gift. I mean just in general. Somebody's going to surprise you. I feel like for some of you, this is a confession or just a surprise in general. Something that you're not expecting. Are you talking more than you're listening? Do you finish people's sentences for them? Shh. True connection is about how we make people feel and whether or not we're being open and present. Life is communicating with you, dear one. An important message is trying to get through. Let go of your fear of not being heard. You'll get your chance for now, and just listen. So listen. So this could be, like I said, I feel a confession. So this is about you listening to that confession. Your inner self is wanting you to take more time to kind of listen to not only your inner thoughts in your inner self, but also other people around you. And this could be the other way around, where somebody is cutting you off and not allowing you to express yourself. Yeah. So, yeah, working on communication. Pile 1 also had communicative messages as well with the throat chakra. So if you would like to go back there and look at what they had, I would encourage it for some of you. Somebody's going to make a confession, or some type of secret is going to come out. But either way it goes, the advice for your inner self here is to just listen. Don't cut them off. Don't get distracted. Listen. Recharge your soul batteries by unplugging from the digital world. Connect with yourself by disconnecting from distractions such as other people's to-do lists. Take a stroll. The best way to generate fresh and innovative ideas is to balance the virtual and natural worlds. The birds and the trees have just as much to teach you as the internet. Yes. So spending time in nature. It says unplug. So if you're like me and work from home on the computer, on your phone, it's kind of hard to kind of step away from the computer, because I'm on the computer pretty much, I guess you can say, all day. I do have other things to do, but most of my work is on the computer. So I mean, maybe there's only a few times during the day where I'm not on it. So Spirit is wanting you to take some time away from your devices. Go to the beach. Go somewhere to spend time in nature, and to not be around any outlets or anything like that. Now, what I do do is like, yeah, I'll bring my phone somewhere in case of an emergency, but most of the time I'm not on my phone. So, um, but yeah, in case of an emergency, this is just general advice here. Do bring a cell phone out somewhere with you and make sure it's charged. And yes, it is tempting to kind of do more than just that, but for me, I've always been able to take my phone somewhere and not look at it. So it could be easy for a lot of you. I feel like this is also about listening to this listen here is also about listening to the outside world, taking time away from, like it says, listening to the internet and listening to all of this other stuff that is kind of clogging up your mind and changing your perspective on a lot of things, and just go out in nature and hang out with yourself or maybe even a group of people to make it more fun, so where you don't have to grab your phone, and tell them to put down the devices as well. So yeah, this is just a need to recharge. For some of you watching this video, your battery may be even very low. Why I want to bring that up, I don't know. But it talks about at the back recharging your battery. So get that phone on the charger. But yeah. Always make sure if you have a cell phone to bring it with you in case something happens, for sure. But try to put it off to the side and just hang out with people, or even just yourself, and just, she has a glass of lemonade here, some sunglasses, and I don't know, I think that's a book. Yes, pick up a book. Yeah, I could actually need to do that too, but I used to read a lot. I still do read, but not as much. No matter what's happening in our lives, we always have the potential to rise above it. Rising is one powerful choice away. Rise out of our negative thoughts or our limiting beliefs. Rise out of our comfort zone or our complaints. Rise out of our slump or out of the potato chip bag. Get up and rise. What are you waiting for, darling? So it's time to rise. So it's time to rise above. Spirit says pettiness. Maybe you're I feel like this is about being prepared also to strike a different response from someone by ignoring, or by let's just say there is not a need to respond to everything. Some people get a thrive out of, trying to get a reaction out of people. It makes them feel better. So Spirit says there is no need to respond to every little thing. This also says rising out of your comfort zone. So for a lot of you, your comfort zone could be your phone, could be the internet. So Spirit says it to kind of lessen your time with that. Obviously, if you're working, that's understandable, but out of the times you're not working, try not to be so involved with your electronics. Let go of what was in order to make room for what's to come. It may be time to release a relationship that has run its course, a job that's lost its luster, or a depleting commitment. The past is over. What's done is done. Acknowledge the feelings, learn from the experience, and give yourself permission to release any negative emotions or guilt. When one area of our life falls apart, new opportunities fall into place. So I feel like this goes back to it's time to rise. And you see the sun. I feel like it's setting here, but it could even be rising. It says a new day, so it has to be rising for the most part. But it's time to rise within the new day. Like, don't revisit a situation from yesterday. No matter what the situation is, it's time for you to take either a new approach to it, or just completely try to forget about it. But yeah. Like I said, a new beginning with something. Trying, like, But in order to do that, sometimes you do have to release something. So, let's see. Your creativity positively impacts the world. It's ripe with beauty and innovation. Everyone benefits from your art, especially you. Get to know your talented inner muse, nurture your vision. Your unique gifts are meant to be shared. Share your gifts. So this is possibly about psychic abilities, knowledge that maybe you should pass down to other people. Just any talents, singing, like in this picture, photography, anything that you are very good at, share it. Share it with the world. And prepare to see what kind of, prepare to be astounded. Your outcome in your messages. I think for most of you, this is some type of confession. That's why I keep saying that. But, share your gifts. Even if you're good at making t-shirts or cooking or something, it's time to share it. Make a YouTube video. Show people what you are capable of doing. Gentle gardener. So I feel like this is another spending time in nature and unplugging. Maybe work on a garden that you have. This is card number 2, by the way, if anyone's interested. And there's a 2 here for 24. But yeah, I feel like this is about allowing things time to grow. It says new birth here on this card. And so what you are wanting to do is to kind of try to be patient when it comes to success and progress within certain aspects of your life, and maybe even developing some type of talent, even psychic abilities, or just anything that you can think of within this message. A gentle gardener is patient. A gentle gardener is willing to wait for the outcome and not force anything to grow. So going with the flow and letting nature do its thing. And this could be a literal message about produce that you're growing or something. Or maybe there's a need to grow produce or whatever the case is. Listen. Okay. So 2 different decks, same message. Listen. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. So I feel like maybe that's why you're on the internet a lot, because most of you do work. So it's like you feel like you have to keep getting on the internet in order to kind of make sure that everything is done and taken care of. Your messages and emails are being sent and received. People are getting their products, whatever the case is. But still try to take some time out for yourself. So anyway, stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires. Manifestation. About your desires manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. So that's just a double message to pay attention to. Let's see. We have rebirth. So we've already talked about that. So these are just reminders. Maybe you were kind of tuning certain things out in the reading, and now it's popping back up. I know that kind of happens to people. Not saying that it's happening to anybody watching this, but it's very possible that maybe you were distracted and paying attention to more than one thing while watching this. So no matter what happens, you can find new wings, rise from the past. So we're going back to rise above it, or it's time to rise. Accept the positive change that is coming. And I feel like we're going back to prepare to be astounded. So we have provide. So for some of you, this could be about you providing for people, or the other way around, where people are providing for you, or a need to find people that provide you the same energy that you provide them with. And also, I feel like this goes back to this gentle gardener message. Provide a thing, a plant, or whatever it is in particular, with the proper nutrients and nourishment, and I feel like you're going to get the outcome that you are expecting, and you're going to provide leeway for something to grow. Okay, so that is the reading that I have for pile number 2. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you're interested in a personal reading where I tune more into your specific energy alone. Please consider booking a reading with me. I have sales a lot. I have very affordable prices even without those sales. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. I wish you guys love and light. Let me know what you thought of this reading and what you would like to see me do next. And I will see you guys in the next one. Welcome to those of you who have picked pile number 3, which is the final pile. This is love notes and guidance from your inner self. What they want you to know, what they want you to pay attention to, whatever they want to reveal and say. Pretty much advice, basically. So let's see. Shock of the new. Number 6. So something is switching up. I feel like pile number 2's message could be kind of crossing over here just a little bit so far. But let's see. I feel like this is kind of relative towards the Tower card in Tarot. So an unexpected change for some of you has already happened or is coming to you. Doesn't have to be negative, doesn't have to be positive, could be even in between. This is about accepting new things and that knowing that there has to be changes within something. There has to be changes within life, even big changes. So Spirit says to welcome them in, even if they may be a little unsettling. Welcome them in. Your inner self wants you to welcome in new energy. For hope is but the dream of those that wake. Matthew Pryor. Okay. I feel like some of you are hoping for some new news, but just know that for some of you coming in, there is going to be some news that is going to put you up on your feet. I feel like a dream you have had is coming true. Not a negative one, but more so like, I feel like something within your consciousness or when you're sleeping. Okay. So to clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend, not to soothe, cure, or ease, not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore. Hardly. The primary roles of life are to yahoo, yeehaw, and woohoo. Get your love on the universe. You are destined for greatness on the wings of love. Okay. So like I said, welcoming in new energy and kind of thriving off of support that maybe you have received or will receive from others. It's going to give you a lot of hope. Whatever is happening now, it is definitely meant to take place into your life as a part of your journey and your life's path. It's essential to your life's path. And this is going to allow for you to be greater than you ever expected to be, or to be greater than you were before. Welcome in new energy and accept support is what I'm hearing from your inner self right now. There's no one in your life who hasn't always loved you. They're all just learning how to show it. Big sillies, the universe. You needn't worry. So whatever you are worrying about, whenever I see worry on a card, I always say that worry is a wasted emotion. When you worry about something, it doesn't change change your outcome. It just keeps you stuck in the same outcome or in the same situation. Like if you're constantly thinking negatively about a situation, you're manifesting that. If you're thinking, now sometimes people say, well, I think positive all the time, so why am I still stuck in my situation? Because it still takes time. It's not just about you thinking. You have to allow for that outcome to take place. It's not necessarily saying it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen no soon as you start thinking positive. It's still going to take time with that type of thinking, yes. But know that it will manifest and it will come when it's supposed to. So Spirit says to let go of your ego's timing and surrender to divine timing as well. Know that it can't rain forever. Everything is going to work out like it's supposed to, regardless of how it ends up being. And this could be because there's something better for you, or because it's just not time for you to receive certain things yet. You are enough. Oh, and also with this message that was on the back, I'm being called to say that this could be about a relationship for some of you. Your inner self is wanting you to know that if you're questioning somebody's feelings for you, whether it's a family member, a friend, a romantic partner, a colleague, they love you, they care about you. They always have. So Spirit says, stop being silly. They care. So you are enough just as you are, and you are loved. If you don't have a model for love, imagine yourself as a child. Pile number, I think 1 had a inner child message there, so check that out if you'd like to. Perhaps you have a favorite picture of yourself as an adorable 5-year-old. Look into your own sweet eyes and acknowledge just how special you are. The child inside still needs your tenderness. So your inner child is so, and so does the adult you. Please don't abandon yourself. Instead, tap into the ocean of love inside. So know that you are loved, and say, like I said, I was being called to say that if you're worried about receiving support and people loving and caring about you, you are loved. Even if they don't particularly care or love you or your personality, there is still other people that do. And also this could be about finding new people as well that are going to love you just as much as the people that love you now. So but yeah, nurturing your inner child, and like it says, don't give up on yourself and don't give up on the child within you. Know that you are loved. You have a lot of awesome qualities. Let me flip that back over. Okay. When you're focused on living up to others people's standards, which goes back to this loving message, you aren't spending enough time raising your own. Some folks expect you to act a certain way and march to the beat of their boring drum. They find safety in sameness. But you have beautiful music inside you. Okay, where did I go? Your flair is meant to be shared, not strength to fit in or get approval. Instead, dump your need to please and just be your magnificent self. You can't please everyone. No, you cannot. So we're going back to the you are loved message. You guys are maybe focusing a little too much on being a people pleaser, focusing on how people feel about you. And like I said in a previous Pickacard reading, I kind of just lost it there. I said in a previous Pickacard reading that what somebody thinks of you, their opinion of you, that's their business. It only matters what you think. So it looks like maybe you're comparing yourself a little too much. Your inner self wants you to stop doing that. They want you to know that you are loved and not to consistently worry about what somebody else is thinking about you. You needn't to worry. You still have people that love you, even if the ones you are thinking about don't, or they may show it differently. But yes, spirits, your inner self is saying release your need to compare yourself and release people pleasing. And this is about, again, being yourself. I said in pile 1, I think it was pile 2, it's one of the two, where a need to not hold back on your true authentic self to fit in with a group of people or a situation. So we have your full presence is the greatest gift you can give yourself and others. Life is happening right now in this moment. Today is the only day that matters. Anchor yourself in the now and give your all. Notice the details and drink in the sweetness. Be present. So be present. So worry about today, not tomorrow, not yesterday, not what's going to happen next month, not what's going to happen a few years from now. Focus on what is in front of you today. Go with the flow and worry about that new day when it comes. It's time to stop seeking advice from others and go inside instead. You know what's best for your body, mind, and spirit. Sit in meditation. Walk in the woods. Ask yourself that what you need and listen. Tune into your inner guidance. When you get a gut reaction, honor it. You have the answer and it's safe to trust yourself. Everything you need is already inside you. So this is the base of your inner self here. That's for everybody. Trust your intuition. Yes. Trust your intuition. You have a lot of insight that is going to be very useful for you and beneficial for those around you. Pay attention to it. And like it says, do some meditation to kind of awaken that. And I think pile number 2, we talked about, let me look at the back here. We talked about listening. And I think we also talked about meditation in that one as well. So I do feel like some of you need to check out at least part of pile 2. Fears aren't facts. Often they're just scary thoughts or feelings. Instead of judging your fears, invite them to tea. Offer them a cookie and have a chat. Listen to what they have to say. When we're courageous enough to be with what scares us, we receive powerful wisdom. Invite your fears to tea. So, I have PTSD, guys, and that is post-traumatic stress disorder over maybe traumatic events that may have happened within your life. This is about, and how I cope with that sometimes is I kind of put myself in, I don't know how to say this without sounding weird or crazy, but what I do is I kind of put myself in a place of, I confront my fears. Like, I literally have a talk with my fears. I literally sit there and say, hey, you're not going to control me anymore. And it usually works. So say that you're afraid to be out in public. One day you're just going to have to get up and do it. Get up and do it. The more you do it, the more it'll be easier for you to kind of lessen that fear. And eventually, this is a fear you won't have. So confronting your fears may be regarding about being yourself here, for when we were talking about you are loved, being present. And being present also talks about being your present self. Some of you wishing to have the old you back, but Spirit says that's in the past. You have outgrown certain things, is what I'm hearing. I feel like it looks like one of your fears here are not having enough support, and people not caring about you. But like I said, it only matters that you care about not care about yourself in a selfish way, but it is okay to be selfish, and sometimes you have to, and to not worry about what everybody else thinks. One Ring Circus 15. Okay, so this is likely about when it says One Ring Circus, I feel like this goes kind of back to individuality and independence. I feel like you are able to be calm in a sea of chaos, if that makes sense. And also that you are able to do a lot of things by yourself. And it seems like a couple of previous Pickacard readings, this message keeps popping up where Spirit says to give yourself credit and know that you can do a lot without other people. And that looks to be the base of this reading anyway. The ocean, so spending time near water, drinking more water, meditating near water. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing wombs brings about desirable effects. Better yet, spend time physically near the ocean. Allow its power and beauty to wash away all cares and concerns. So this is about for you guys to, like I said, it could be drinking more water, spending more time in water, just walking near the water, getting messages from the waves, and this is about purification as well. Partnership. Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, touch each other's hearts while life lasts. So yeah, you do want to work on your partnerships, yes, because I feel like, yes, that's what you are doing, but again, you don't want to let go of who you truly are to make these partnerships work and these boundaries kept into play. You definitely still have to have boundaries, and you definitely still have to respect each other's wishes, give each other space, do all that different stuff. But know that a real partner, friend, family member, lover, they're going to stick around regardless of any boundaries. If they don't, they're not for you. So keep that in mind. Reflection. So doing some self-reflection, reflecting on your intuition, and reflecting on those around you, I feel is the message. Your message is deeply, deeply about self, not necessarily self-care, but your inner self is telling you that you are supported. And that if you feel like you aren't, it is time to kind of clean up your friendships if you constantly have to feel like you have to please other people. So anyway, guys, that is the reading for pile number 3. I thank you for stopping by and watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this reading. If it resonated, what message you took away from it. If you're interested in the decks, they'll be listed in the description box below for purchase. And yeah, personal readings available via Etsy and my website. Links are down below, and also a link to my channel banner. Just go to my channel and it'll be right there on my profile picture. I wish you guys love and light, and I will see you guys in the next one.